Hello again from AM Builds. Another quick video introducing what we hope to be a series on making the most of a small shop. We now live in part of an old stone house in a city, so space is at a premium. I'm a DIYer and property improver and have up to now set up temporary workshops in the houses and business premises we have occupied. I've always promised myself a permanent home for my shop, and over the past year we've been adding a new family room to our house from which I am speaking, and a fore and aft double garage to the side. The garage is 10.5 metres long by 3.5 metres wide, or about 35 feet by 11.5 feet. However, there are cars that live in the garage, and rather than having a part-time workshop, we installed a 4-post car lift in the front garage and amended the roof to accommodate the top car. At present, the car lift is performing well as a timber store. That leaves essentially the rear half of my workshop, essentially a single garage. At the moment, we are waiting on the slab drying sufficiently to put the floor down, and we're making some storage units ready for the new shop. This video is about the storage of screws and other commonly used small items.
With only 3.5 metres to play with and the hope of getting in shelves, a bench and a mitre stroke router setup within this width, the shelves had to be by necessity quite shallow at 200mm or about 8 inches.
This is what I came up with. There's nothing new here, as I copied the idea from an ironmonger's I used to frequent down in England. They started trading in 1885 and the whole wall behind the counter was similarly populated with boxes of various sizes.
The units are essentially a metric sheet in size, 2400 by 1200mm, which allowed me to machine away the factory edge and kerfs and still get 6 uprights out of a imperial sheet. Holes every 30mm gave me flexibility for the shelves to change as my needs will change from storing things to be used in this project. Quite quickly, a motley selection of screw boxes and plastic trays became frustrating, with things falling off the shallow shelves, and I needed to put in the effort to make a better system. My boxes are made of simple glue and brad construction, 12mm ply sides and 6mm ply base. The shell cup handles are very useful and provide a secure way of removing and carrying the boxes if desired. I started with 11 rows, each having 4 small and 4 large boxes, but quickly filled the small boxes, so I've filled the unit now with 19 rows, each having 6 small boxes and 3 large ones. I hope never to run out of the boxes and always have a few spare to label up for temporary items involved in a project, and then to be relabeled for the next one. There's no particular system at play, just groups of similar products, and the common things are at the most convenient height. They can of course be removed and taken to the job, and the shape and mass makes them far less likely to fall over spilling the contents, a frustration I have suffered many times with plastic insert boxes. Being 86mm tall, within a height of 102mm with 18mm shelves, the boxes can reliably be left hanging out for items to be taken out or for restocking. Finally, that 16mm gap is sufficient to put away any leftover items without touching the boxes at all. A row of my boxes is 1200mm, just under 4 feet, and you can see that spread out they occupy a space of more than 4 metres, but just 200mm of floor space when stacked, or 8 inches in imperial.
Overall, it's a system that can be as small or as big as you need, and I would recommend it to you. Once again, my thanks go to my son Malcolm for the production of this video, and I hope you found it interesting. If you have and you've yet to subscribe, please do so and ring the notification bell. If you've any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Hopefully we'll have more for you soon. Goodbye.